If I ask you, what's one scene in anime that perfectly demonstrates the term locked in, a lot of people would have different answers, but if you were to ask this question to the short form content enjoyers, the majority of them would point to this one scene of this one man right here. And I'm talking about none other than Floch Foreskin from Attack on Titan. Because I've seen countless clips of this guy just swinging around with the song in the background and just popping the fuck off. YouTube Shorts, TikTok, and Instagram. Shit, it might even be on Facebook. And this really reminded me of how much of a menace he was in Season 4. He was always standing on business, he was locked the fuck in the entire time, and he had a sick character development. So let's go back to the very beginning where this all started. The Genesis. So it all started when the dinosaurs roamed the earth millions and millions of years ago, and then we get a time skip, Isayama popped into this world, then we get another time skip, and now we're all watching Attack on Titan Season 3 where Floch first appeared. This is where Floch joins the Scouts. Right after the Scouts overthrow the government, the king gets exposed, turns out the king was Naoya, a dirty fucking fraud. So Floch joined because he realized that eventually humanity will get slaughtered by Titans, so someone needs to fight. And now's a great time, since there's a new government, the Scouts are finally accomplishing something, earning more respect from the people, and Eren seems to be quite promising when he's not getting kidnapped. So he's a part of the new recruits, nothing more than an average guy, an experienced fighter, an experienced scout, an experienced barber, or perhaps super experienced barber, because how in heaven's name does one acquire this haircut? It's like they accidentally shaved the middle of his head, tried to fix it, pick up the clump of hair off the ground, spit on his head and slapped it back on. But point is, Floch is ass with a capital A compared to our main group. And then they all took off, made it to Shiganshina, and they have two entrances they have to seal. They caught sneaky Reiner jerking off in the wall, Levi fucks him, but he transfers his consciousness to his nutsack, which is a real legitimate thing by the way, because otherwise he would have died, because Levi also stabbed straight through his spine, so the body wouldn't suffice, it had to go all the way down to the balls. Then Zeke and friends made a surprise appearance at the birthday party, so they're surrounded, and he blocks the other entrance. Horses can't get to safety, no safety, horses die, no horses, no escape. A fight breaks out, Reiner stands zero chance after the development of the Thunder Spears, but he escapes death once again, some fucking how, half of his head is gone. Then Zeke throws in Butthole to save him, he explodes the people in Shiganshina, and the Beast Titan is wringing their options dry. But with the fucking goat around, the man with 8 pair of testicles, the godfather of testosterone, Erwin Massive Dong Smith, they are never truly out of options. Now while all this is happening, Floch can't even stand up. He's giving up, saying, it's all over, we're fucked, we're all just dying for fun, we're dying for free, nothing's being gained from our debts. Which is a very real reaction to boulders being thrown at you at supersonic speed. And then Erwin came up with a plan to have everyone charge into the Beast Titan to distract it, and then Levi will kill it. Unfortunately for the new recruits, their first mission is going to be their last. So the recruits, learning about this plan, start shitting pants. Floch is obviously super terrified, afraid his death will be meaningless. But after hearing Commander Steelball's speech, they all run in, and exactly as planned, their bones collide with rocks, everyone gets turned into Swiss cheese. Rest in peace Marlowe, he should have been the one who lived, to be honest, a good, genuine guy, he had a whole hitch at home and he said, nah, humanity. Gotta respect that. Erwin fell over right from the very get-go and he said, don't look back, keep moving forward. What a fucking guy. So they all died, and among the corpses, Floch's the only one who survived, despite being in the front. Barely any injuries. So he walks around and he comes across Erwin, who's barely alive, and he's about to kill him. He goes, fuck this guy, he somehow managed to convince everyone to charge straight into their debts. But as he looks over, he sees that the plan did work. Levi's able to put in the work, Zeke's on his ass, took physical and mental damage, irreversible trauma, reduced him to a joke. He's no longer in any condition to fight, and this is what makes him realize that humanity needs a devil like Erwin. Someone who's willing to do crazy shit, and only then do they have a chance to win against these guys and save the island. And being the only one who survived, he makes it his life's mission to bring back that devil. Erwin was able to give meaning to their debts that did not go down in vain. So he tried to get them to inject the serum into Erwin, but obviously that didn't happen, Armin got it. And after that, he starts raw-dogging Armin at the ceremony, and he begins to lock the fuck in. And the next time we see him, he's out for blood, he's an absolute menace. New hair, new me, he no longer has that abysmal clump of pubes on his head, and his balls doubled in size. So he joins the Liberio raid. We see him on the battlefield killing Malayan soldiers and its citizens. Those guys are not safe. He's blowing up buildings, keeping damage to the maximum. Fuck all of them. Look how many people on the island died because of these guys. And a couple scouts died during this mission. Everyone's feeling down, but Floch remains unfazed. He says it's fine because those lives gave them this victory. After running into a bunch of rocks, he had a massive character development. He's now only looking at the big picture. Sacrifices have to be made to save Paradis Island. And man, he was fucking locked in. Not only did he stand on business, he was in it. He had his whole arms and legs in this shit. He would do whatever it takes. If you're living on Paradis Island, you'll love this guy. So later on, Floch becomes the leader of the Jaegerist, and he's all about the rumbling. The only way for the people on the island to live is to destroy the outside world. However, the military police has other plans in mind. They think Aaron's a lost cause because their trump card is doing whatever the fuck he wants, just putting the future of this island in the hands of some kid to send some letters. So they have their own plan. They'll have Historia eat Zeke, have someone take Aaron's Titan powers, then they'll test the rumbling, show them we'll fuck you up, then develop their military force to the point where they don't need to rely on Titan powers to fight back anymore. Which sounds better than global genocide, but obviously it's not gonna work. The whole world views Eldians as a race of devils, especially the people on the island, and with Aaron having the savior's descendant swimming around in his stomach acid in front of the world, they'll be coming at them in full force. Once they're caught lacking, pants are down by the campfire, everything will be wiped out in the blink of an eye. You blink, Paradis Island explodes, poof, disappears like a fucking magic trick. They don't have time, so Floch and friends spread the message that they captured Aaron, the military is giving up on Paradis Island, they'll kneel in front of the enemy. So the civilians turn on them, and then they blow up Captain Freak Zachary, the commander-in-chief of all three regiments. Half his body flies out the window. And he also assisted in the plan down at the wine list with Zeke's fluids to the military police officers. He just said, fuck you, your plan sucks major piss. As a matter of fact, you all suck piss, so now turn to a Titan. Man just assassinated his superiors to make sure the rumbling comes to fruition. That's extremely fucked, by the way. There are a lot of good, decent human beings in there. So the Jaegerists completely take over, and the people are obviously very supportive of them because these guys completely disregard all their human morals to save the island. Yeah, fuck it, we'll just kill everyone, take out the whole world. Sounds like a solid plan. Well, to be fair, it is their only viable plan because, like the show says, this world is cruel. They have no choice, it is what it is. Then they barge in on Keith Shadis and the Cadet Corps. We took over. From now on, you take orders from us. Yeah, good one. Last thing I do in life is take orders from your little Mickey Mouse gang of asswipes. Floch was ready to blow his feet out. Keith was lucky. Floch still sucks a bit of ass because this man did not hesitate. He didn't even try to explain the whole situation, maybe convince him to join them. Nope, he just pulled up, got straight to it, zero foreplay, you're joining us or we're fucking killing you. He was not hearing anyone out, he did not give a flying shit about anything, he got straight to it. And he starts spitting, convincing the cadets to join the Jaegerists. So he goes, unfortunately there's a bit of classwork for the scene, you're gonna have to imagine some really hard motivating music playing in the background using your mind because I suck at finding background music. We Jaegerists have sworn to fight for the future of the people on this island. Unlike the military that will allow the enemies to trample over us. So will you join us and save Eldia or die like old bald bum-ass Keith Shadis? Like damn, he didn't have to single out the guy like that. He didn't need to shove shit down Shadis' throat. He's just shitting on him for fun. He's a loose cannon. He's out of control. So the cadets choose to join him, but that's not all. He had them beat the shit out of his ass just for the sake of it. And those who don't worry. You'll go straight to prison. That is absolutely fucked. Everyone's shocked. Shadis is taken aback. He can't believe what he just heard. The students can't believe what they just heard. He says it so they can show him the resolve and that Shadis represents the old ways of thinking, so it's time for them to destroy it. Shadis is like, what the fuck? I just work here. Why are they taking it all out on me? But speaking of, Shadis had an amazing character comeback, gotta respect him. But anyway, later on, Marley gathered all the pebbles, trying to forge a gem, picking up their asses off the mud, and decided to launch a counterattack on Paradis Island. Reiner and friends pull up, looking cool as hell, Reiner's looking super fresh, and he transforms and is ready to start fisting ass. And in a really convincing fashion, he gets his ass beat once again. I swear the Armor Titan became so ridiculously disappointing ever since Season 3. Everything he's done has just been underwhelming, everyone just has a counter for him, and he just becomes this giant heavy target for everyone to take a fat dump on. But I respect Reiner though. He may lose most of his fights and really wants to fucking die, but when he fights, he really gives it his all. He's probably just constantly replaying that scene of Historia wrapping up his wound to motivate himself. But anyway, Saren gets ganged up on, fingered the fuck out of his brains, the Merlian soldiers made themselves at home, they got in position, gunned down a bunch of Jaegerists. But then, Zeke showed up, turning the tide, blowing stuff up, and now the other soldiers pull up with Floch leading the charge. And let me tell you, these guys are straight poop from a butt. They pose zero threat. Pyke doesn't even have to struggle. She just sits there because these guys are a bunch of Thunder Spear spammers, no Thunder Spears, no threat. So most of them end up dying. Meanwhile, Floch isn't even fighting. He's hiding behind the wall going, Hey guys? Hey, is anyone alive up there? Please? Anyone? This guy's far from strong. He's still an average soldier. In the end, he needed Mikasa and friends to take care of it. And then, after Eren undoes the hardening and the rumbling starts, the walls are coming down, Titans begin marching, so everyone around begins fighting the Pier Titans out there doing God's work, saving lives. Shadis having a big moment, saving the cadets who were beating his ass. He's no longer just a bystander, he's now doing shit. Then Floch comes back all bloodied up, but not from putting his life on the line protecting the people. The wall fucking collapsed on him. So while everyone was fighting, Floch was trying his best to not die. He was doing fuck all. Imagine his character ends like that, he actually dies from the wall falling on him, and in his final moments we just see him hiding. That sure would have been a real humiliating death. After doing all that, after having the students beat up Shadis, looking all tough like he's a menace, I'm locked in, I'm gonna get shit done, only for the wall to fucking fall on him. That'd be pretty fucked. But yes, after that, he's about to imprison the volunteers. Yeah, fuck you guys, Paradis Island first, baby. And when someone opposes him, he puts a bullet in the dude's hand and tells them to join Eren and join the island. Dude declines the invitation and he blows his brains out. Now over here, I thought, dude might just be on a power trip. He's yapping about offering his heart for the future of the people on Paradis, protecting the island. Which he is doing. He's giving the volunteers the option to join the Eldian Empire. If they're not going to do so, he'll kill them. He's immediately taken out anyone against it. But if you're going to be this ruthless guy who kills people without a second thought for your people, then when you're on the battlefield, you should also be ready to die for those people you care about. That way you can kind of respect him, you can see that he really cares about the people on the island, and it's not just killing these guys for fun and just because he can. But we haven't seen him do any of that. So I thought, dude's a bitch, he's only standing on business when the enemies are limbless, half alive, and getting waterboarded. He's still a pissy pants boy fighting for himself. He doesn't give a fuck about the island, he just wants to live. And he's about to kill Yelena and Onyakopon. Then he held the Azumabito captive, killed more engineers, more defenseless people, so I thought, he's a fake-ass demon. When it comes to the real deal, he folded like a lawn chair. However, when the Alliance pulled up trying to take the flying boat and stop Eren and he had to fight them, he proved me wrong. He made me shut the fuck up and put my ass back on my chair because this man showed the fuck up. First up, Floch's the only one who realized that these guys are making shit up. He's like, oh my god, I'm using my brain, Armin's lying through his teeth. He immediately tells everyone about it, so a fight breaks out. Everyone else pulls up to take out the Jaegerists and get on the flying boat, and the situation is in a dire state for the Jaegerists. They're up against 4 Titans, the Armor Titan, the Female Titan, the Jaw Titan, and the Cart Titan. And 5 elite, super strong, experienced scouts. One of them's a commander, and another an Ackerman. And a Connie. Who's on demon time, we might as well make that 2 Ackermans. And there's also Magath and Gabi, or so I like to call Chris Kyle. Everyone's cooked, and their entire train of reinforcements was blown to pieces. Locks the fuck in. He charges in headfirst into the Jaw Titan, gets past it, Hanji comes in, tries to slice his head off. He barely blocks it with his Thunder Spear, her blade grazes his cheek, he snaps her sword, kicks the commander away. And this is Hanji we're talking. She's strong as fuck. She's able to throw past her Nick with one hand like a fucking cheese ball. And so Floch continues moving forward, dodging the Cart Titan that's trying to turn him into a smash patty, flies up, elegantly drops the Thunder Spear on its hand, and the blast pushes him far enough away to avoid her jaws. And he breaks through their defense. 2 Titans and a commander versus an average man who heard Erwin's speech. The result will shock you. And keep in mind, this guy barely has any Titan fighting experience because he joined the scouts when they were basically on their last mission, because after retaking Wall Maria, most of the Titans are in there, so they just ended up eliminating them with the thing that crushes their necks. So this is only one of his very few fights against Titans, yet he flies through 2 of them, 2 trained shifters. Fucking astronomical performance. So he gets a clear angle to blow up the ship, but of course Gabi's the greatest sniper of all fucking time, so he gets taken out, falling into the water, unable to take down the ship. Despite him failing to take down the ship, my respect for him after the scene went up significantly. Just a normal guy charging to his death to make sure no one can stop Eren so the island can live on. Gotta respect him for going for it. The odds were heavily stacked against him, yet he still went in. I thought he was just a coward fighting for himself, but I couldn't be more wrong. Then as the main group succeeds, they get on the ship, head to the mainland to complete the flying boat. But as they're getting the flying boat ready, Floch fucking pulls up out of nowhere looking like a wet corpse. He survives the shot, which is not that crazy. It hit his shoulder, nothing vital. I've seen Magath survive a bomb straight to the face, a guy getting decapitated by a sniper bullet and going on to destroy the world. This is far from insane. But the craziest part is, how in God's name did he get here? He couldn't have been on the ship because obviously they'll see blood trails and notice him, so the only explanation is, he must have used his ODM gear, hooked it onto the ship and just held on to it all the way here. Which is disgustingly insane because look how fucking far it is from the port to where they're at. Floch is holding on through sheer will, determination, and a raging boner. He's just holding on to that bitch for hours. This is not even humanly possible. He should have played out by now. This, by far, is probably his craziest feat in the entire show, even after what he just did back there at the port. But yeah, then he randomly fires out 6 shots before Mikasa eventually comes in to end him with her ODM gear. And this right here is where my respect for Floch goes up even higher, because even though he's at death's door, death is right in front of his eyes giving him a high five, he still tells them not to continue with their plan to stop Eren. Otherwise, the people on the island will be killed. He might be the most loyal character in the show. He's a real ass guy, and a lot of people hate him, which I understand. He's kind of an asshole the way he does things, but at the end of the day, he's just a guy protecting his home, and if the world wants to destroy it, he'll twist their scrotums. Gotta respect that, it's low-key the GOAT. You can understand why he's doing what he's doing, he's protecting his people. But yeah, overall, fuck Floch. Hanji died because of his bitch ass, so yeah, right, that's it. Like and subscribe for videos.